very briefly ongoing and here with affected persons at the Hotel Africa community, and the Ministry of Public Works is having this meeting here. So let's go now briefly as we begin with opening prayer.
We have come to say thank you because you God have provided for us. That God, we commit this meeting into your hands in a special way. We ask your presence to take over. We come against every spirit of confusion. Everything that will destroy this meeting, we destroy it in the name of Jesus. As we have come, oh God, we ask you to take over. That your name will be praised and be glorified. Give us the understanding that we all will listen and understand in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you very much to our sister for that prayer. It means that we are currently in the presence of God. And in the presence of God, there is joy. Isn't that true? Yes. Thank you very much. So having said that, we'll now ask Madam Genevieve J.Z. Sheriff to welcome us to this beautiful hall. Madam Sheriff.
In Jesus' name, I take this time to welcome each and every one of you here today to this all-important meeting. Feel free, ask all of those questions you've been asking me and asking your leaders. Ask them here today. By the grace of God, they will be answered in Jesus' name. If you want to use the bathroom, you can get one of the staff that will show you the bathroom. Thank you.
So thank you to the facility directors of this beautiful facility we are having this meeting. Now, to do introduction. But this introduction, we'll do it in two ways. We'll start with you through your leadership. And so we ask the community chairpersons here to introduce their leaders to us so that we know them and know who are those that we are interacting with in this meeting. We start with the prefab community.
I am Mrs. Marian J.S. White, chairperson of prefab community. I came along with my elder council chair, my chair lady, my co-chair, my youth chair. We are all here, and my community dwellers.
That your official will clap for her now. They don't know who clap for her. We move to the next community, Blessed Road community.
Hello to everybody. Francis Masakwe, Blessed Road Community Chairman. Youth Chairman, Junior, Assistant Chairlady, Satalo, we all are present, along with all my colleagues at Blessed Road Community. I tell you guys things.
Thank you, Mr. Masakwe. You're supposed to clapping for you, so I don't know. The next community, Villa community. Not Villa.
Thank you. My name is Sompon Blamosie, and I came with members of the community, the secretary, the elder council chair, and members from the community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next community is, please introduce yourself. I'm not remember the community name. Is there any other community here? Okay, if there is no other community, it means we are good for the room. We from the Ministry of Public Works will also introduce our team. The government are present here. We have in our midst the Honorable Assistant Minister for Community Services at the Ministry of Public Works, under whose guidance we are moderating this meeting, Honorable Albert Toklon. We also have in this gathering the presence of the Honorable Deputy Director General of LBS, his D. Flomo. He's now a miss. Put our hands together for him. And the head of the team that is on the field currently facilitating this meeting is Mr. Armando G. P., Director for Environmental Social Safeguard. We also have here the young man you see holding the camera at the back there is the Assistant Director for Resettlement Environmental Safeguard, Wellington, Cape Heart. Let me also recognize, you already know her, she here with you every day, the Facility Directress of the Ministry of State, Madam Genevieve J.Z. Sharif, and other staff of her team. I am Albert G. Zogbe. I'm a resettlement officer in the Division of Resettlement Environmental Safeguard, the Ministry of Public Works. We also have the Chief Property Evaluator, Mr. Kentoman Kilby. Kentoman, please wave to the audience. We have the RAP focal person in the office of the Deputy Minister for Administration, Mr. Achi Maulu. We have on the team Ms. Mansu Dawolo. She's a resettlement officer also. Mansu, please wave to the audience. And we have Ms. Danetta Snyder, also a resettlement officer on the team. Not forgetting Madam Geraldine Baker, the lady at the entrance, they're helping to do your registration as you enter. And our colleague, Mr. Jackson Sayer, he's an environmental assistant in the Division of Resettlement Environmental Safeguard, also on the team, the other fat man you saw. So as the others arrive, we'll introduce them one after another. We have our colleague from Zone Division, the woman doing the marking, Mr. Sape. He also a team member of this team that is doing the exercise. Without much ado, I want to say again, you are wholeheartedly welcome to this meeting, and we want you to relax yourself, right? Relax yourself. Don't come to the meeting, you're so worried, you're so frightened. We know it's tough, right? But there's a saying that says, to every storm, there's a laughter at the end of the tender, right? To every difficult time, there's a good time at the end. We know it's tough, but it's not yet over until it is over. Having said that, we now welcome the Honorable Assistant Minister for Community Services, Honorable Albert Toklon, who will do for us the overview of this exercise. Honorable Toklon, the audience.
Yeah, hello. I think I should stand like this because there are more people on this side, so we'll be moving around. So thank you for coming, first of all. We were here yesterday along with the Minister of Public Works, Honorable Roland L. Giddens, and many of you interacted with him yesterday. I remember you asked so many questions, you expressed some concerns, and I think you were able to respond to many of them, all of them. And you also tried to interpret to you the government position. And so he asked us to come back here, along with Armando and his team, our other colleagues from the other agencies, FBS, Ministry of State, for us to further relay some of the things he said yesterday, especially the main message yesterday. But I said thank you because when I see the way you organize, the way you are peaceful, it tells me that Liberians are ready for development. Development of any kind must start with discussion like these ones. And so for us at Public Works, while it's true we're using machines to build roads, but the roads and bridges that we build, they are for human beings. So one of our key responsibilities at Public Works is to be able to talk to the people before we start any work. All of us know that if you do the development and people are not involved, if the concept is not clear on their mind, they might not even use that development. Some years ago, people said we saw with the University of Liberia, the overhead, the overbridge I built there. The students said they were not part of it, and many of them refused to use it until that project went, what happened to it. So Public Works will value what the people tell us, the people whom we are working for. And especially His Excellency President Joseph Imabwaka has advised us time again to discuss with the citizens when the development is about to take place. The Hotel Africa community, the story you all know it better. It was built in the past by the Liberian government for a particular purpose. To create jobs for our citizens, to improve the economy, to modernize the development of our country. So it's a major historic point in our country. So as we discuss, let's begin to reflect a little bit like what my brother Albert said. No one should see it as a personal thing. We should not be tense about it. We should see it as one of the many difficult decisions that we'll have to make in our development process in Liberia. I was recently in a meeting in Salaye, Lofa County, Emmanuel, the team, and myself. And someone said they were trying to interpret the meaning of rescue mission. And at some point, we begin to tell them, say, look, rescuing Liberia, we have to see our past, what's happening to us, where we want to go. Then we'll have a clear meaning of what it means to be rescued, or what it means to rescue the country. So all of us agreed to rescue Liberia from all the bad things that have been happening. Corruption, the rule of law, where citizens just get up and just say anything or do anything. The modern society is not built that way. The policeman in uniform, you attack him because you think you're stronger, you start beating on him. It's not a civilized practice. So all of these activities we need to rescue our country from it. Liberia is a very peaceful country, as you all know, our history from the beginning. Ghana, Guinea, Ivory Coast, Sierra Leone, they used to come here to learn from us. A good number of guys who serve in government in those countries graduated through University of Liberia. Some went to St. Patrick High School. That's how beautiful our country was. But of course, the war is there, brought its own challenges to us. So the discussion today is surrounding those kind of thinking. The land here, the land area that many are occupied, we are aware it belongs to government. It belongs to government to bring development to us, for us as citizens. Because what will be done here, the first beneficiary are Liberians. So it's in that kind of spirit we should move the discussion forward. So any idea that comes to our mind should be, how do we progress, how do we go forward in enhancing development? Yesterday we talked to many people who were around, and they all agreed that yes, indeed, this is government property, and we'll have to leave it. We'll have to move. Of course, moving by itself is a process, right? So we should begin to think, how can that process be more peaceful for us to move? By the end of the day, government says she's ready now to develop this place, to provide jobs for the citizens, to improve the economy, to add value to our life as a country. You imagine in our own country, we don't have any major public hall bigger than the pavilion. It's an embarrassment. When big conferences come in, we think it's going to the ministerial complex that has its own challenges. I think that's why Our forefathers who thought of creating or developing this hall we're in, those are the thinking they had. You can see in the chairs how beautiful they are. Those long years, before many of you here were born, those chairs are still what they were. So they were intentionally done to improve our country. So Mr. Giddens have asked us to come back to relay to you that government is ready to bring the development that I have planned for this place. And so those of us who have been here squatting, we have to leave. We have to leave. And how you leave is a question for all of us. But government is ready for it. And so these discussions are important for us to start, putting our thinking cap, consulting each other. But definitely we'll all have to leave. In fact, within the next 3 weeks to 1 month, we'll begin to clear the main road from the main road coming. All the houses that are marked along that road that are in the right of way, we'll begin to clear that. The residents will be later, maybe by the end of November, before we can start with the residents. But the main road will begin to clear now. So it's an engagement that we should all have to get involved with. I do not have the answer. Mr. Giddens alone does not have the answer. But it's a government decision. It's a government decision that must be implemented through us public works because that's our job. If you see Ministry of State has sent someone here long since, it's because the government has interest to develop the place. If the government had no interest, she wouldn't be here. She would not be here. And that's why I started saying thank you for the fact that you are able to conduct yourself in this manner. It tells anyone that Liberians are ready for development. So like I said, we'll first start with the road. The houses on the road within the right of way, we'll clear them first. And we expect by the time we end in November, the residents will begin to voluntarily relocate, then we can start the development. So I want to stop there. I know you have so many questions, but we'll stop there. That's the brief message Mr. Gideon asked us to tell you. And we also would like to listen. It's a learning, we all Liberians, we learn from each other. Whatever your feedback are, whatever sentiment you express, whatever suggestion you come up with, we also have responsibility to relay to our bosses. Why it's true government schedule is this, but the citizens are also saying this. Thank you so very much. I'll stop there and take seat and wait for, if you have questions, then we can react to them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Hello? Hello? Is that I have to go over the rule again? I said from the beginning of this meeting, all of the views are necessary views. And I said it? The minister have conveyed to you the message from the government of Liberia that they are ready for their property. The reason they call you here today is to give you information that the mark you're supposed to put in your place, that ordinary mark, they lay up money for them. They lay up sitting down on. They're ready for it. And the way they will start it, they will start with the road. The people who are encroaching on government right away, those people will be the first people that will be clear. Then as we enter November, other people will say, okay, I won't be here again. Government will tell me I should leave. I'm willing to leave. That being said, we now call on the Director for Resettlement Environmental Safeguard to provide for us the summary of the impact on the properties that we've been working with a few days. That would appear.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I mean, this is not one of my best meetings, right? Yeah. For the past 1 week, my team have been around, and it has been a very, very sorrowful stay. But one thing I noticed, in the midst of all the sadness, you people continue to remain friendly. Even in areas where we told them that for some reason they would be paid, they were not as friendly as you people were. So for that, I just want for you to give yourself a very, very big hand clap. Yeah, so it will remain in our hearts that this community is a very, very peaceful one. So I will just give you some idea on the assessment that we have been doing for almost 2 weeks now. Where are we? What is happening? I think the minister spoke, and I will not really go over what he said because they are all on point. And one key thing that we want to emphasize again, for those of you who were around when the minister spoke yesterday, he made it very clear that as of yet, there is no plan for compensation. So in a meeting, we will continue to remind you all that as of this meeting where we're standing now, there is no plan for compensation. Now, few things we want to let you know. The deed that this technical team got for this entire place that we're trying to secure, the deed carry a total land space of 393.2 acres of land. So once you cross the last bridge, where the marking starts from, anywhere you see that HA, it means that that area falls within the 393.2 acres of land that has been secured for this project. So beginning today, as we walk through the area, we notice that there are several new construction going on. So we want to appeal to you. We have something they call the cut-off date. Starting from today, please do not build anything new within that 393.2 acres of land that have been identified. The best way to know as to whether what you are doing is within the land that has been measured, once you see our red pin with the HA number, just know that that area falls within the land in question. So we have been doing what we call social economic survey, wherein we go, we mark your house, and people come there and they interview you. This process is very key. It is very key. If you know your house was marked and you have not gone through that interview process, you have the rest of today and tomorrow, because by tomorrow afternoon we will be done with the assessment. So right after the meeting, we'll have a table outside. Once you can remember your house number, we will interview you. The reason why it is important is that we want to keep record of the impact. We want to know how the exercise will affect our people. You know, let me say something, right? I know most of us here, we are Christians. Way back when Jesus was on the earth, and maybe he had a plan of walking to the temple. What used to happen was, most of the blind and the crippled people, they used to be at the roadside. You think what they used to be there for? Some of them know that once they touch his garment, or once he sees them and feels sorry, he will heal them. And through that process, many people were healed. So it's the same thing. Once we get all the records in our care, you can never tell what will happen in the future. So it is important that we make sure that our information is captured. And I can say for a fact that throughout the exercise, you people have been very, very receptive, and most of the information that we needed, we are at the verge of receiving all. So as of this time that I'm speaking, we have already marked over 500 houses, which includes hand pumps. We saw a grave somewhere, wells, entertainment center, and some very, very massive buildings. But it will surprise you to know that most of those who we interview, except for less than 10 persons, majority were very honest enough to confirm to us that they don't have deed for where they are occupying. So we want to make that message clear. Before I take my seat, there are a few things that we want to remember. Once this kind of exercise is going on, there will always be what we call grievance, right? There will always be grievance. So we will not, at the ministry, we will not allow people to just be flooding in on issues pertaining to this land that we are trying to secure. So what we will do is that beginning today, the various communities will set up what we call grievance redress committee. And that committee will comprise of 7 persons. That committee will have a chairperson, a co-chair, a secretary, women representative, men representative, youth representative, and the disabled or elderly representative. We already know that this structure, for the most part, already exists in most of these communities that we are dealing with. So we will be asking you, if it is the will of you, you can go ahead and recognize that same structure. But we will leave these forms here for every community, and we expect that at the end of this meeting, our team will be around for you to provide names that we will be dealing with directly until the end of this exercise. So it means that if you as an individual just leave from here and go to our office, trust me, you will not get any information. We'll send you back, and then you will deal with that community. That community will be a medium by which the ministry and those affected will be interacting. Are we clear on that? So when the meeting was about to start, we recognized 3 communities. I don't know whether there are more than 3. If there are more than 3, we will share the form, and then you will provide the names and the contact number of these people. They will be the one that we will be interacting with on a daily basis. Except where you have a situation that they cannot handle, they will be the one to refer that matter to us. So we want to make that clear. And the first assignment of that group, that name will be listed. We have already marked almost all the structures that are affected. So the first thing we want from you is the ones that belong to the community, not individual. The ones that belong to the community, or the ones that belong to the government. All you need to do, just write those numbers down. Before we leave tomorrow, we'll call the chairman of that group to provide the list of those public or community assets that are affected. Is it clear? And finally, and they want million to our old money. We beg you. We know that you can worry quick. Yeah, I know you're already worrying. Because I can remember we went in 1 year, the old man son was running around. She told the picking, say, you know, you thinking about how you come and go back bomb then you running around. We beg you. We want for you to start getting pressure before the final decision. There are two outcomes. Number one, the fact of the matter is you people will go. That is clear. So no need to worry yourself. What you need to start doing now is to find options. And at the end of the day, based on the outcome of what we discussed, we will have one final meeting here. Based on what you people will say during the question and answer, we'll have one more meeting. And after that meeting, before any. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for hosting us. And let us be very, very friendly. Let us be very, very peaceful. And make sure that this entire activity goes on the real way. Thank you very much.
So, today by the whole room here, no clapping in the room. Anyway, no problem. Hello. I will add to what the minister said. The minister said the discussion we are having today is part of conversations that will help us to secure government properties that you people have been on over the years. The director just said to you also, at the end of this meeting, based on the feedback we get from you, we'll also decide, because we report to our bosses, and then based on what we hear from them, we decide to organize another meeting. If I was sitting in your shoes, I will be having some hope that the conversation, right, will not be the conversation that will make to be extremely hopeless. Having said that, let me say again, all of the views that will be expressed in this room tonight or this evening are valid views. Or, I say some. If it is possible, you want to speak dialect, if possible, we encourage you to speak your dialect. And that particular thing you say in dialect, will explain it to us, and the rest of the people will hear it. I will add on to the issue of the director saying the issue of the GRC or the GRM. That committee, one reason we're asking you for that committee is that we know the country, everywhere you get cool people, it is possible that bad people can be there. Ain't that true? We finished doing all of the marking. We went to people places, right? Over there, if possible, somebody will come and say, they play there for John Brown, whereas that play for Peter Paul. Ain't it possible? So because of that, we want people that will be from the community that have the information to say, no, that resolve the matter before it get to a crisis point. The next thing is, we notice that the director told you there's a call-up period as of the meeting. Don't do new development. Ain't said it? That committee now, we're also asking you further that if you are laying foundation, you already saw a red mark on it. We put number on it. It could be on the safe side. Don't carry your foundation up. You start putting pin on it. Because as far as we're concerned, we'll come by and check, and no mark there, we saw pin somewhere. It means nothing was done to that place there before, that new thing you put in there. We can clear it from there. Is that true? So that particular committee will help us to know all the different delibating that will come in the process. And because we don't want delibat to be in the process here, we want it to be fair enough so that as you're leaving, and you tell the government, go back from the place, let everybody be happy to leave from here. On that note, we open the room So before we go to question and answers, we share the forms for the committee with the chairpersons. They don't necessarily have to be, they want to be on the committee as chairpersons. But if you all decide, they can meet there, right? So we share with them that they will set up the committee. We work Villa community. Blessed Road. Chief, you chairperson could be here. Yeah, and prefab community. You can consult with your people and then you fill it up with the information we want and then you send it back to us. Now, that can be going on quietly. We open a room for questions, comments, and answers, but we'll do it order. We'll take all the questions first. So when you ask a question, it means that question you asking. Then we'll finish, we'll get the comments, and then in between time, we'll be getting the responses to those comments by both the director and the minister.
So, with first thing,
so we'll do 3 at a time. In that question, you get 3 questions, you get the 3 answers, then we'll go to the next batch of questions. And the room is open to all. Don't be afraid. Once you are part of the meeting, we'll listen to your views. Thank you very much. The floor is open for questions, comments. I will recognize you. Comment or question?
Comment.
Comment?
Yeah, I am Reverend Melvin Kennedy. I am the head of the Elder Council of Prefab Community. And I would like to use this medium to firstly thank our Assistant Minister and all of you from the Ministry of Public Works, from ELBC, and other groupings, even our director from the Unity Conference Center. We'd like to recognize you and we thank you for what you are doing. We want to use this medium to speak to our policy makers, specifically to the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Yumon Boakai, Mrs. Boakai, our mother, Honorable Jeremiah Pankun, our Vice President, our Speaker, President Pro Tempore, and members of the legislature. We want to say, in as much as we appreciate development, we are not happy with the way you are treating us. The manner and method in which public work did this, you have caused a serious trauma. Many of the students in these communities are traumatized. We are psychologically traumatized. Within 2 years, it's our government telling us they have created a platform for our livelihood to be improved. Now you are telling us to leave a community we have lived in for over 50 years within 1 month. How is that fair to us? This is not fair. This is not fair. We should be treated like human beings. Let's have it quiet, please. Mr. President, we love you. We are praying for you. We are human beings, and we should be treated like human beings. We did not fall from the sky. There are processes and procedures. The president told us to be patient with him, to manage our expectation. And one morning we just woke up. We think public works should have done this before even the marking. This was the first thing you're supposed to do. Because many of our children don't want to go to school anymore because they are traumatized by the fact that their schools will be demolished within 30 days. Churches, mosques. We are begging you, Mr. President, We are appealing to your conscience. You are a father, Mother Brackeye. Listen to us. Hear the cry of your people. There are about 90%, 98% of people here got nowhere to go. They got nowhere to go. Let's have it quiet. If you demolish our structures, I'm coming. I will call you out soon. If you demolish our structures, our houses, our churches, our schools, where can we go? Where do we go? We got nowhere to go. Mr. President, we are aware Unity Conference Center was built by the government. We are aware Hotel Africa was built by the government, the villas. We don't argue the fact that government needs those property and we are yearning for government to fix it. But these surrounding communities have been here even during the 70s. They have existed. When they were constructing the Hotel Africa and this Unity Conference Center, President Tobo was using the Banjo route, and people in those areas came out to welcome him so that he could come here and then build this road. People were here. Now we are told that all of us should leave to go where? In the sea? Because only the sea we got to go, Mr. President. We beg you, sir, please see reason to change this policy, Mr. President. We beg you. We got nowhere to go. Please hear the cry of your people, Mr. President. Thank you for hearing us. We're willing to sit and talk with you. We've been here over 50 years. Give us the right to own this little piece of land. Thank you.
Okay, Reverend, your name again?
Kennedy.
Oh, okay, Reverend Kennedy, thank you. Yeah. All right. So, yeah.
So, hello. Thank you very much. So the floor is still open for questions or comment. So we take one for this hour already. We'll go in the audience. Thank you. Your name and your community you come from, please.
First of all,
In 1 minute, please.
I'm Ansu El Kamara, resident of Hotel Africa. I have been living over 25 years. By the history, before Hotel Africa could open, if you want to buy kerosene, people can testify are one of those who used to buy kerosene from. And we know Hotel Africa is a very large community. And we want to appeal to the government. We Hotel Africa community will not for the government because we don't have the means, we don't have the finance. But we want to appeal to the government. Please, if those are on the road, because we know the Hotel Africa road coming all the way inside here, it belongs to the government. But we want to appeal to the government. Those that have marked their places, they are doing their daily bread. Please, they should also consider us. Please, we're begging you, Mr. President. Please, because we know that we want development. It is the fact that each and every Liberians want development, but in social development coming is bringing trauma to us. As my brother has said, we want to please consider us to we on the road coming here before you boss our places 2 or 3 days or 1 week time. Just consider us to please. I thank you all.
Thank you for working. 1 minute, we'll go to the next stop. Any question?
I'm Mauritian.
Question or comment?
Question.
Question.
Yeah. I'm Mauritian from Hotel Africa. I'm a landlord of the Hotel Africa. I want to know by which means do the government expect us to leave our property and just leave? You say yourself, a question I'm asking. By which means can we leave? Yes. I'm Mauritian from Hotel Africa. I'm Mauritian from Hotel Africa, property owner. HF 451.
By which means
government want us to leave?
Thank you. So, Minister, the question is, by which means government want the residents here to move without compensation? Let me take the last one. The last one. Question.
All right, thank you.
Okay,
no problem. Now, my name is Christopher DZZ. I've been a resident since 1979 in this South Africa facility. Just in this facility, we are private land owners. I have a deed, a public land sale deed, 10 acres, 40 lots. Unfortunately and demeaningly, the Ministry of Public Works came in with all further engagement. What they should have done first, they are done doing it last, and came and they walked through my property and just mark houses randomly with all this engagement. On June 2nd, I can remember the commissioner office, the land authority, one of the boys in question is there. They were represented and called us for the very first engagement. These were presented to them. They kept telling us we will get back to people because the process, it was still ongoing. Until we saw public work in here and marking homes. When I contacted the land authority, they said they were not in the know of what public work is doing, but it's a process that will get back to all of us. I then engaged the ministry. Through my legal team, I've written the minister's office, CC copied to the legal department in the Ministry of Public Works. I've also CC copied the zoning department. I've also CC copied the land authority, the Ministry of Justice, and the Township Commissioner office. I will drop her in the letter today. Unfortunately, I'm not hearing anything about private land owners in this place, but quote unquote, just 300 plus acres that they're all insinuating that everywhere adjacent here is public land. We are private land owners. The government of Liberia gave me this property, and further negotiation instead of demeaning us in this form and manner, we are human beings. Even those also public land sale deed and squatting around here, I think it should be addressed properly as to the way we are being addressed and bent, demeaning in this place here by this government. So I think we want further redress appropriately that we can be satisfied in this process, whether through other remedy, but we remain submitted. We respect the authority, but we should be redressed properly and not the amicable way we are being treated in this manner.
So what's the question? What's the question?
My question: I've never heard anything from the team here about private land owners. So even to ascertain what are private land owners here, but the insinuation just continuing. Private land. So what about us who get private land here? Came to our government. Some of our president do.
Thank you. What about us who are private land here? Some president. So we tell that lady. I was paying up now. I was sleeping myself. So there is no question for now. Hello. Okay. Okay, we'll take you.
In Jesus' name.
Question.
You don't have it quiet. In Jesus' name. Liberia is our country. I want you to please listen to this. Liberia is our country. We don't have nowhere else to go. This is our land. When you talk about government, we are the government. This community, which is District 17, is divided into 120 communities. Now we have about 3 or 4 communities that are grieving right now. Mr. President Joseph Yuma Boaka, you are a father. Madam First Lady, you are a mother. Our Vice President, you also is a father. You have children. Senator, representative. I
Reverend Mother Lord from the Church of Nazareth International Ministry Greater Task Prayer Group. I'm here to speak to you today. Look at the people. Look at the children. Look at our mothers. Look at our fathers. I must say I am a victim because I got a house over there. Our hearts are broken. We have nowhere to go. When they started this building, when they started this building, 1978, they passed through Buncher. Mr. President, where do you want us to go? Mr. President, where do you want us to go? We have no home. This is our home. We want you to give us a place. This is our home. Mr. President, where do you want us to go? We don't have nowhere to go. If we leave from here today, where are we going? Except in the street? Liberia is our country. Liberia is our country. We have nowhere to go. So, Mr. President, please look into this and help us. Our children are not in school. Schools are breaking down. Churches are breaking down. Please help us. We want our place.
Yeah, so we can have it like this. Yeah, it can be quiet. Yeah, we cut it up. Let me know. I'll put this order first.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Hello.
This is LMTV live from the Unity Conference Center where inhabitants of the Hotel Africa community, the Unity Conference Centers, are currently having a meeting titled Agenda for Consultative Meeting with Project Affected Persons within the vicinity of the Unity Conference Center and the Hotel Africa and Villas. Yes, they all started on a very quiet note where the folks from the Ministry of Public Works intervened and they started having conversation with some of those affected persons. But then when it came to the question and answer section, the whole went disgruntled, and most of those affected here are yet to listen to the folks from the Ministry of Public Works. So folks watching this live broadcast, we are So what you're watching here from the Unity Conference Center is what was expected to be a meeting between affected persons of the Hotel Africa, the Unity Conference Center, and the villas communities and the Ministry of Public Works. But it all started with folks from the Ministry of Public Works giving introductory statements and also giving an overview of the entire exercise and also summary on the impact assessment. So it started that way, but then when it came to question and answers, the whole held loose, and up to current affected residents are yet to keep this place quiet. Like you heard from the Ministry of Public Works, an estimated area of 393.2 acres of land it's been discussed, and as we speak, this place is yet to experience quietude. But howbeit, the folks from the Ministry of Public Works are trying to see if they can restore calm here. And this is happening within the Hotel Africa, the Unity Conference Center, villas communities, where inhabitants have encroached on government property for years. And of recent, the Ministry of Public Works issued a citation to affected persons here that by October 18, this place should be clear of any inhabitants on this property. So at the moment, we are anticipating that folks here will restore calm and allow the meeting to flow. It was actually intended to hear from the residents of this Hotel Africa, the villas, and the Unity Conference Center communities. What are their thoughts about the government's plan to have them removed, since in fact government is anticipating bringing this historic Hotel Africa to pre-war status. But residents here are yet to come to an understanding to allow this meeting to proceed. I'm here along with my colleague Damo Afofana, and jointly we are bringing this broadcast from the Unity Conference Center, where affected persons within the vicinity of the Unity Conference Center and the Hotel Africa and villas minutes ago were in a conducive meeting which started on a very calm note. But just when the issue of questions and answers was being introduced into the meeting, the entire hall went wild, and at the moment, this place is yet to experience quietly. After folks here were being praised by the Minister of Public Works. Even yesterday, we too praised the folks from this Hotel Africa community that, according to the report we've received from the Minister of Public Works, folks here were very quiet, very cooperative, but not knowing that we would have experienced this level of misunderstanding amongst the affected persons from the Hotel Africa community, villas, and the Unity Conference Center. So we stay here.
And so I see from the comment section, what I'm reading here is that many viewers here are commending the president for the job well done. And as you can see, there is a normal thing. In situation like this, you have people being emotional because they have been here over years. They have properties, they have children, they have put down work, so it will actually be emotional. But speaking from the beginning, what we saw, it was peaceful, and I'm sure it will end up peaceful because you can see they are taking back their chairs to settle down. No public works been talking to them. The meeting went disrupted, so public works are talking to them. They are taking their seat back, and we know that it is painful, but development is key, and everybody understands what will happen if this place is well refurbished, renovated, structured well again. A place of interest where world leaders used to come to host meeting right here in your country. Imagine again if president from Ghana, Nigeria come here to sleep, and you have a job as a receptionist or waitress to go and serve those world leaders again. You know how proud you will feel like. And remember this image that was so attractive to people from all across the world. Over years I've been down. You and myself came and saw this place, not knowing the real meaning. You know, it had been well down. The dream of this place, we haven't seen it since we were born. So government of Liberia want us to see what used to happen here before. So the hall is becoming peaceful again. They are setting down for the meeting, and there is LNTV if you are joining us. So let's see from some of our viewers who are commenting here. And J. Howard Fremont Richards said, think, love, and let's together build Mama Liberia, advocate for more estate to be built or for low-income housing for citizens. My peace. And Lord Goodwin Power said, I don't know why Liberians don't like development. Y'all know that that place for government were built. Well, and from Martin W. Brown, this should be served as a warning to government. Secure your properties. Do not allow people to build on government property before you go to negotiate. George P. Lobo, one thing I know, the government, the president's mind is made up. The folks will go, nothing stop them from leaving. Also from Roland Watterson, Liberians, we want development, but can't stand the pain and sacrifice. So we stay here in the Unity Conference Hall, where the Public Works is hosting a meeting with inhabitants of the Hotel Africa that supposed to be demolishing some properties around the Unity Conference, the villas and the Hotel Africa for renovation. But lately the meeting was disrupted, and Public Works is doing their best to calm the citizens. Government property is one thing, but the citizens are also key to government. Keep following us. We are not going to cut this live broadcast. We are going to bring you the full coverage of what's ever going to happen here. These people are also citizens, and the government know. So keep following. So let's take it from the comment section again. Marty Brown said when Ghana was expanding Kokoka Airport, they had a 5-star hotel and some beautiful structures. They were all broken down to expand the airport. Of course.
So, folks, we stay here. We are staying here at the historic Unity Conference Center in District number 17, Maserati County, where the meeting of affected persons here in the Hotel Africa, the Unity Conference Center, and the villas communities started on a very peaceful atmosphere. Right after the Minister of Public Works team gave an overview of the entire exercise, and that was also followed by a summary on impact assessment, talking about legal requirements, the land size, the cut-off date, the survey update, the public properties. Right after that, then came the questions and answers section from the audience, and we had about 4 persons giving their view, and that was actually the start-off point of the entire hula balu here from the Unity Conference Center. The folks at the Ministry of Public Works have managed to restore quietude for nearly 10 minutes, and it seems to me that we are experiencing a bit of quietude from this hall. So as soon as we can get 95 to 98% quietude in this hall, we will officially resume with our microphone and bring you this all-important meeting titled Agenda for Consultative Meeting with project affected persons within the vicinity of the Unity Conference Center and the Hotel Africa and villas. So let's see if we can move a bit closer, because it seems like we are experiencing some level of quietude. But this is what you should expect, even though they were praised previously.
We are only like messengers. And when we bring a message to you, they see what we bring it to you. When you tell your own too, then we carry it back to the government on your behalf. But to tell the truth, if everybody talking at the same time will not get a real message to read down. We understand, we feel the same pain you feel, because at this time in Liberia, things are not so easy that you live somewhere for the longest, then somebody say leave. But because the government also feel the same way you're feeling, that is the reason why the government say, even though we try to process to leave in 30 days, but you go on the field, you go discuss with them. Let you hear how they feel for that message we're getting. Hello? Hello? It is because of that message that we have come to listen to you. Even though the government is saying to you that if you leave, they will not get anything for now to get you. But guess what? If they will not get anything for now, as they saying to you, they also say come and work with you to take your particulars from your homes. Is it giving you a message? Hello? So we are saying to you, hello? We are saying to you, the government still care for you. Hello? The government care for you. So all the questions you ask, the comment you made, we take the questions, some of the response you can now. The comment you made, thank God you see properly on TV. That's secret thing we're doing here. We now call you in one corner to say one time we here. If the government got different intention, it's a deliver government. They were coming call few persons in one corner. They talk with them when they come on there. Everybody laughing and say, you laugh too. But we say everybody must come. In fact, our expectation is now really met. We wanted the hall to be full with everybody that live in this place. However, we are satisfied you are here. Having said that, having said that, we will look at the first. So having said that, we will give you the first. Having said that, we call the minister and the director to respond to the first 3 questions, but I will read the question over to them. The first question that we got, the question said, by which means you want us to move without compensation? And I say, the next question says, some of us are private landowner, we get deed from government. Why is it all that you talk? You talk something about, and I say, then the next question is, where the government want us to go? Yeah. We know you want to go, but where you want to go? Can I answer the question? Yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so the meeting will hold. I joined the meeting, and for me, I left for people to express themselves. So now I you all, you saw me smiling because that is the essence of this meeting. We come here to play fun. We come here to see your mood, how the message will affect you. So like I said, right, there are some questions that will be answered during the last meeting. We will carry the message. These are very good questions. We receive a deed that shows that the government owns 393.2 acres. You have another deed that shows that you own certain portion of that land. Ain't that issue? So we will carry that message back. We who here, we are also working for people, right? That is the reason why that grievance committee should consist, not because you chairman and you can dream up in front of your friend, man, then you say, oh, say I'm the community chairman, I'm a big grievance person. So that grievance committee, some of these questions will be discussed with them. So you're putting your best on that list. Clearly, I cannot answer, even the minister here now cannot answer where you will go. No. But we have that question written, and it will form part of our report, and we'll share it with the minister. Hey, Claire? No, I can't answer that one. Don't say where you're going, no, I don't know. I don't know. So we will go on with the questions. We'll go on with the questions. How about questions for now?
So, they room here, all the time, everybody will talk.
Everybody will talk, yeah.
Everybody will talk if you give us the time. Again, for me, let me tell you, our office is not the office that can just start marking. Our office, we get one part of our office that they call resettlement social safeguard, right? That big package there. So when I come to hear from you with a messenger, so the messenger will give us and it will carry to the people. Now the 3 questions, most of the questions you give us are message questions. Hello? Most of these questions are message questions. You say, where we go? Hey, yeah, that question we can't answer here. We carry it to the minister. We carry it to all members of the authorities, right? The people in Villa community, Blessed Road community, and part of Green Park community, we must ask you where you wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? We roll that question down, we get it. The other question we say we don't answer here now, but we come back with the answer. Is the question that say, you private land, government say the land you get it for them. There are two sides of the coin there, not you? We know until we go after the government, then you will be able to prove your deal you get and the government who they get what one correct. That's what we can answer here for you, because we lawyer. Hello? Hello? So we'll tell your question that way. The next question say, by what means y'all want us to move if y'all say y'all will not compensate us? The people tell us say, y'all go tell the people in those three communities say, government ready for the land. And because government ready for the land, we give them time to move, but y'all go work with them. And the message we're giving you, now you're asking us, say the people say they compensate where they want to go, how they want to move from here. We get that message clear. But yesterday, if you were around, you saw the minister of public welfare here yesterday. Hello? And the same question you asked, the minister, the journalist, they asked the same question. Mr. Minister, you say they people won't leave, and you say you get any compensation for them. How you wanted to leave? The minister said, but still carry the question again, we're adding up. But the minister said to you, the government will make a determination. But for him, it's a decision that has not been made as to if the people will get compensation or not. And the government get three branches, not you. The government get representative, not you. That is legislature. The message is the budget can permit, but you can't speak to it now. You know what he said? So he's telling all again. It means the same question they asked me yesterday, you answer that question again. We carry it to him and the very big government. Right? So we'll move to the next batch of questions. If you get different questions, beside the ones that we already read down. If you get different questions, we better in the room 1 minute for a question for question. And until we recognize you, be to your seat. Until we recognize you, be to your seat. Women are allowed. So when the woman put her hand on going to her, but I say count this, we want the woman to talk. When people are moving, and that woman is telling them, so 1 year women to talk to. Thank you. Question.
So we will actually cut people off, right? We only want question, and you only got 1 minute. I will be looking at my watch. The moment the 1 minute over, we'll take the mark from you. We don't want comment. If you want to do your comment, the press people here from there, you can go. We want question. Because the question there, that we put in our report to carry to our own ministers. So it's clear. So long you want to talk long, we'll take the mark from you. We only want you to ask direct question. If we all answer it, we'll answer it. If we not answer it, we'll tell you during the next meeting, we'll answer it.
Thank you. So take you 1 minute. Don't keep your hand up. 1 minute. Go ahead.
All right. So thank you. I'm Marcos Sando Mayue, and I'm from the Blessing Road community. My question has to do with the evasion, the forceful evasion, and I also want to believe that all of you that came with the team, you know that Hotel Africa was built. Hotel Africa was built on the principle of international organization. So my question here is, are you taking into consideration some of the international law that had to do with the forceful removal of people or evasion?
Yes. Let me answer you direct. Yes, the international law, one of the major components of the international law is stakeholder engagement. And that's what we're doing now. Yes, we're taking it into consideration. Next.
I want to ask my question to the government, to Mr. Waka and his wife and the minister in the house. I want to ask, when we the single mothers, the widows, that we have registered our children, we have struggled and married, register our children in school. Why they expecting us to take our children?
Thank you.
Why they expecting us to take them?
Thank you. What's your name?
Tina M. Kanu.
Okay, very good question. We will carry it to them. We will carry that question to them.
I just want to say something, please.
No comment. Question. Question. Oh, la ma. Yeah.
Yeah, my question goes directly to you.
Yes.
Honorable Director.
Yeah, man.
You already gave timeline in your speech. My name is Director Osasi. You already gave deadline in your speech. Then you still carry mark to our mouth for question. You think if we gave you our plea, you will cancel your deadline?
Everything is possible. That's the message. So you are talking my own, you tell your own.
Honorable Director.
Yeah.
Honorable Minister. Director of Conference Hall. Genevieve. I want you to please listen. I want you to look at the crowd here. Honorable Director. You see, Director, we get nowhere to go. Nowhere we get to go. I want you to tell Honorable President Baka, we get nowhere to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Last time for this side.
Okay.
Going on outside.
Me one year.
Question.
I want to ask our papi. I want to ask the papi what was growing in the river.
Question.
What was suffering all around here? Yeah. Papi will vote for you. You say you rescue us. So let's get 17. If you check, we don't want that fucker. So you wanna come to pour in the street. My children and I get part of my husband that they play. We suffering, so we ask him why he want for us to go. Because we get nowhere to go. My name is Masatia. Masatia. I live people community are frustrated. And I can
Thank you.
My question.
Yes. I want to know the time. I see date that the demolition will start on the road in the communities.
We're still here at the Unity Conference Center, where the meeting of the future presence is ongoing. So for the second time again, we are here to have this Unity Conference Hall quiet. See here from the Unity Conference Center in District Number 17, Monserrate County. With affected persons within the vicinity of the Northern Africa, the Unity Conference Center, and the village communities are having a major meeting with folks from the Ministry of Public Works. But for the second time now, the meeting have been disrupted by the affected community residents or persons. But my colleague Damar Fofana is here and she will have a word or two on this matter.
Well, I see, some people can be so dramatic in situation like this. We know it's emotional, it's sad, but I don't see why so much to faint or fall down and roll yourself on the ground. You buy a property that you didn't pay for. There is no deal, and one day this place will be refurbished by a government who will come with the mindset of development. So this is not strange, ever since we know that Hotel Africa belongs to government and you reside on a government property. Now government want to take its property. We all voted for this. We voted for transformation, we voted for development, we voted for Liberia to be beautiful compared to other African countries that surround us here, So if government sit back and don't bring to the table what you voted for, you will be the same person that will say, oh, the government have failed us again. So you have to be aware that you voted for the change, and that is part of the change. That is one of the change that you voted for. To see a beautiful place like this, to be rebuilt, refurbished, and you can't be here for that development to take place. So government will have to take its hard hand to do the best for you and myself. You have to keep calm. And I know from the beginning, as I stated before, it was peaceful, they were peaceful. It is emotional, it is sad. It can happen to anybody. But knowing that you live somewhere that you're supposed to not live, everybody know you have to buy a land, go to public works, call your surveyor, survey the place, the demarcation to know and tell you that this place is a private land before you can settle or establish anything on that property. But yet still, because the war came and destroyed almost half of the country property, so people just went all around cutting in the means of government will not come and government will not do nothing, you know. We believe that government come in, government go, things stay the same. But this is not the government that I see. I see this government of readiness, of push. I just want to tell people who are watching and listening that we know from public works, the Freeport, Vata, the Simple Bridge corridors have been demolished for the pavement of the urban road and the expansion of the Japan Freeway. So surely, no matter what falling down, this government mind is focused on development, and development must take place. You're not expecting government to sit back and watch the country fail, and you will be the same person that will complain again, that will vote for the change, but we didn't see the change. Somebody will stand out again and say, this Hotel Africa have been here over years with no use. We want to put it to use. So let's give the chance. I know some of you right here in this house are watching this video, you are listening, and you know the truth, yet there are still traumatic people. There are still traumatic people. It is true, it is emotional. You grew up somewhere, you born your kids, they are schooling there, and you're thinking where to go and resettle, where to establish again. But this is not a place to just do what you think you can do. Government want to do its work, and you have to give chance for government to do its work, so that you can say tomorrow and say government failed us again with no development, no change. Liberia still the same. Look at Ghana, look at Nigeria, look at Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, right around us. Every day we see on television, in African movies, you see overpasses, bridges, you see the big hall. Let Liberia be like that too, so you can be proud, you can boast of this country. We feel for you. I know so many government officials are watching this, and we all know they are human, they feel for you. Even they themselves, if they are going to be on this property or in this situation, it was still going to be the same thing. Government did not come to do anything called pick and choose. They are just here for us. Government is here to bring the change, to rescue you from old Liberia to a new Liberia, a new beginning. So if you just joining us, this is LNTV. We're coming to you live from the Unity Conference Hall, and the Public Works hosting a meeting between the inhabitants, property owners, here on the demolition exercise that is supposed to take place here within 1 month. This is the second time this meeting has been disrupted. So, state broadcaster, we are here to bring you live coverage. We are not turning off this coverage. Yes, this is not a closed-door meeting. I know President Walker wants to hear from the people. Those suggestions, questions will be taken to him, and there will be a solution to this situation. So, state broadcaster, we are here to bring you whatever going to happen here. There is nothing hidden here. It is emotional, it is sad, it is painful. Liberia must be developed. I'm here with Ayesi Yeba, my colleague. Our boss, T. Flo Flomo is here. We have our chauffeur, Kumek Johnson. I'm Damal Fofana behind the microphone. Public Works is trying to calm the people down again so that we can continue this meeting. Keep watching us, keep following us. This is government and its people. This is government and its people. We all belong to the government, and the government belongs to us. They have to listen to our cries, to our pains, and then bring a solution to the cries and the pains. So as soon they calm down again, we'll go back there to hear from them, and we'll show you whatever they will be saying. So if you are watching us from everywhere, wherever you are watching us from, drop your comments, your suggestions, your questions, your solutions. Government is not just one person. Government is everybody. The people at the high table, the lower people. So if you're coming from Grand Jide, Lofa County, Grand Kuru, Sano, Maryland County, this is the situation right here at the Unity Conference Hall. This place is supposed to be taken again by government. And before government take this place, there are citizens residing here that's supposed to move. So there are some questions that they ask first. Where do you accept us to go? What do you have for us before we go? And Public Works, in response, said we will take the questions to the minister, and the minister will take it to the president, and there will be a solution. I know Mother Katumu Boka is watching this video, and our second lady, Manasiana Kun, is also watching this video. Vice President Joima Kun, your people are here. President Joseph Bokai is also, I'm sure, listening and watching this video. LNTV, State Radio, State Television. It's a live broadcast from Hotel Africa Unity Conference Hall, where world leaders used to sit here to discuss meetings to solve problems for African unity, for their people, for the future that we are living today. And look how this place is like. The flow is not what I think it was before. You know, the beauty of this place has failed. And that's why this government want to bring that picture again. They want to see, they want you and myself to see what our forefathers used to do here. Surely it will happen no matter what. This is Liberia, Africa's oldest country, the Lone Star, where people used to come from Europe, America, everywhere across the world. They want to see this place. What's the image to show here again? It's nothing. So let's see, this is the second time disruption has been calmed down. And let's hear what oh my God. Hey. So there is another settlement. Let's get what they are saying here. Public Works has taken over it again. There is a meeting to understand how they feel, what they want. Government is here to solve the problem for everyone, which is need to be peaceful.
He did not beat around the bush from what I saw.
So that is it.
I think you are talking to his president. He was speaking to his leaders. Our leaders make the decisions. Our job is to come and inform you. Bring message to you, take message back. So like we started saying this early afternoon, everyone in this hall is aware that the land in question I'm talking about belongs to government. And government is saying it's time that to bring development and for all of us to leave. So our first question was, we should be discussing as Liberians, as government and the people, we should be discussing how do you leave? That should be the discussion. But again, sometimes the way I was signed in somebody's ear, I might not sign the other ears like that. And so it is with human beings. So maybe that was brought the other, small hard talks and voices for raising and the rest of it. But we need to work together as Liberians. And these issues will have in many areas. But week after next, we are going to Bagleyville to resolve similar issue there. We're building a piece of road for the capital to Sasta and Klon and the rest of it. And we'll have some citizen concerns along the way. We've been talking to them, we're going to listen to each other and then find a way forward. Other Liberians can do it. And mind you, as we're talking here, you go next to the Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone government is also carrying similar development and they're breaking down structures to bring development to their people. So this is not just Liberia. What is important is for the citizens to sit together and hear from each other and look for the best idea that can bring peace, happiness, and harmony amongst them for development to take place. But trust me, you elected His Excellency President Bakai to work with you to bring development. And if this president and this government were not respecting the citizens, we would not be in this meeting today. And those of you who believe in the truth will agree to that. If this government were not respecting the citizens, we would not be in this meeting today. Because once the government knows this place for the government and they want to take it over, let's flip the coin around. If you're owing a piece of land in Tottenham, and you left Tottenham for some time, maybe you went to Ivory Coast because of some reason, and you came back after 5-10 years, and somebody decided to live there without your permission, do you need extra permission to ask the president to leave that place? I don't think so. But this is different. This is government and the people. So when we come to the meetings, let's speak as Liberians and let's look at the truth. So I heard leaders say they want to stay behind and hang head. This is why our team was very smart to set up the grievance management committee. The grievance committee is there as a partner to us, to the government and to the team. The entire process of moving people from here is a whole long process. There are people here who claim say they got their own private tattoo to the area where they are. Government will not brush it aside. Government will say, bring the deed that you have, and let's bring our own, and we'll establish the fight. After the team collect all the various data, the necessary data information, the last thing to do will be to bring yellow machine and start demolishing anything. So that does not start today. And this is why we're asking for your cooperation. Your cooperation as you started from the beginning, let it please continue. As Liberians, the issues will come, and we should be prepared to address them. So again, on behalf of the team, I want to say thank you to all of you. We will be in and out. You heard Mr. P saying by tomorrow to conclude with the interview process of the people whom houses they have marked, but it does not end there. I know there are people who he might encourage, who say they got paper, they want to bring it forward, so we'll stay working together. When all the issues are resolved, the last thing will be the time we're showing, you have to get up by yourself and decide to de-roof your place, remove the wood and the rest of it. All of those are voluntary processes. The fact is that so I think part of my hello. So part of our job is to tell you what the process looks like. And this time when the people know what is working, we'll tell you how our processes look like. And so maybe, yeah, okay, so like we still want to say thank you so much, and we will be in touch with your leaders. In a week we can have another meeting. We are available because we're here to serve you. So thank you. Have a good evening. So we say.
So take a look at this historic Unity Conference Center here, and the meeting has been brought to a closure, but it seems like community residents or affected persons are yet to accept the reality that this place or the property is a government-owned property. And if you hear some of them, they are saying that there you have it from the historic Unity Conference Center. So folks, there you have it. We've been bringing you a live coverage of a meeting which was purposely intended to hear from affected persons within the vicinity of the Unity Conference Center, the Hotel Africa and the Villas community, and it was held bringing together affected persons and also folks from the Ministry of Public Works, laying out the clear reality. And what was said in the meeting is that this property is a government-owned property, and that Kanwa made folks here will have to be obviously removed, or they can relocate all by themselves. But the affected persons here have actually acknowledged the fact that, well, this place is a government-owned property, but what they are yet to come to with reality is that they need to be removed, or they need to actually evacuate this place, with the absence of even the Ministry of Public Works coming in. So here we are, and this place is in District number 17, Maserati County. And the irony about this situation is that if you were to ask all of the folks here about their take on the progress of the country, whether Liberia is behind in terms of development, or there should be more development coming in as currently experiencing, they will all tell you that, well, we need development. But now, to bring this development, folks are agitating, and after knowing that this place is a government-owned facility. So I'm here with my colleague Damba Fofana. Jointly we've been bringing you this broadcast, and I heard some of you in the comment section lauding her for her brilliant commentary she did when we were in the hall. But let's not get a word or two from Damba Fofana before we bring this broadcast to a close. Damba, quickly.
Yeah, so coming to an end, for those who are watching us, look at the building out there. Look at the building. Imagine if you were here during those days, the Hotel Africa, the conference hall Unity Conference Hall of Liberia. Look at it right now and tell me, how do you want this place to be? Should it remain like this, or should it be re-imaged to what it used to be? So this is what government of Liberia under Joseph Human Boakai want the change look of this place. But yes, we have citizens who have lived here over 30 years, 20 years, somebody said 50 years. I don't know if that is true, because you've been living on government property for 50 years and you don't know that government will want this property to be owned again one day by them, and you refuse, not knowing that you're supposed to go somewhere else and settle to a real place. So this is Ellen TV. I'm here with Ayesi Yeba, my colleague Tamar Fofana, who just came from in there where the meeting was held between the public works and the residents of this Hotel Africa, this Unity Conference Hall and the Villa. So we say thank you for following us. We are coming down on this broadcast.
Thank you very much to my colleague Damwa Fofana. And folks, this is how we want to bring this broadcast to a closure. More of this will be discussed tonight on Netline Liberia on ELBC at 8 o'clock. And it's going to be live on television and also on radio, 99.9, 89.9, 97.7 across the country. We're going to be bringing you live coverage. So, howbeit, the deadline the Ministry of Public Works set for the evacuation of persons affected in this area is October 18. And so there will be this date will be the focus date for every other demolition exercise. And this is how I want to bring this broadcast to a closure from the Unity Conference Center in District number 17, Mosrata County. My name is Ayesi Yeba. Thanks to my colleague Damwa Fofana, who intermittently we've been bringing you this broadcast. Thanks for watching and have yourself a pleasant evening from District 17, Mosrata County.